At ease, soldiers. Sergeant Nick Fury here with a sit rep on how to install and run the developer's build in Arma 3. I know a lot of you are interested in checking out what's coming on down the road as far as in DLCs and whatever updates and things they offer. So, this is the easiest way to do this, especially if you're interested in checking out Laws of War right now until it comes out in September. This is going to be the only way that you're going to be able to do this. Okay? So, because you see, I already have it down here, but, you know, see, it says it's added, but it's not installed. But I am playing it right now, since you've obviously seen the video. So, go to your library in Steam, go down here to where it says Tools, and click on that tab. Now, when you get in here, you're going to notice what they've done is this is where all your tools and servers are to run all your games that you have, anything that you have installed. And if you go up here at the top, you're going to notice there's three items here. It's going to say Arma 3 Samples, Arma 3 Server, and Arma 3 Tools. Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and install all three of those. All right. Now, normally you launch them from here. That's how it's done. But once you put this in, this Arma 3 Tools in, you can make a shortcut to your desktop by going to the install folder. Now, Arma 3 Server is what you would use if you're going to want to run a dedicated server on your computer and run Arma 3. So that's the fastest way to set it up. There used to be Tatus was a program that people use, and there's a couple other things that people use right now still. But this is pretty much click and play. It's a good front end and it's real easy and fast, and the quickest way to get a server up if you're interested in running an Arma 3 server. Okay, so what you're going to do is I already made a shortcut to on the desktop here. It's a little hard to see here, but go to properties. See, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and go to this file location, which is underneath your program files, Steam, Steam apps, Common, and then Arma 3 Tools, right? So I've already installed the developers right here. Okay, then what you're going to do is just right click on it, come up here where it says send to, and then the third item down says create desktop shortcut. Okay, so once you do all that, you got your Arma tools set up on the desktop. Okay, yeah, see, I already have it running here, so I'm going to get alt tab back out of the game. Okay, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and open it up. And the first time it's going to tell you want to agree to it. Everything you're going to say yeah, 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 all that crap. At that point, what you're going to be looking at is three sections. And this is actually, well, it's self explanatory, obviously. As you mouse over each one, it's going to tell you what each one of these do. Now, if you want to build your own Altus, Stratus, Tanoa, then what you're going to want to do is come down here to Terrain Builder. And this is an island mapping tool and allows you to build your own islands. Okay, and here's your processor. Once you do everything that you can do, they even have a publisher where you can actually publish your work right to the Steam Workshop. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to use. A lot of people don't realize these are here. They've been in Arma for a long, long, long time. Okay, but today what we're interested in is this second section. The third item down on the left hand side says Game Updater. Go ahead and click on that. And what this is going to do is going to open up an updater box for us and allow you to install the developer's build. Now, it's already going to want to make the folder already, so don't worry about any of that crap. But I do want to show you something real quick. Now, occasionally, you know how they come out, right? Well, not occasionally, but you know how they always come out with an RC build, and you can go into your Steam, right, and go into your Arma 3, and then right click, go to properties, and then, opt into the build, and then that hoses your Arma, right, because then you can't play the regular game anymore. Well, there is an option here. If you click on option, There's a drop down box, and it does allow you to install the release candidate. It's going to ask for a password, and then you're going to have to change the install folder from developers, and you're going to have to make one called, Arma 3 RC, because it doesn't actually make that. You can also put on the legacy. A lot of people want to run the older version, right? Because they're having issues or they want to do whatever for whatever reason. So it does give you these options underneath there, right? But right now, we're just going to worry about the developers, okay? So what's going to happen is once you click on this tab that says Update, it's going to open up a dialog box. It's going to ask you to re-log into your Steam account, whether you did two-step verification, one-step, whatever, and then it'll update. Now, since you've never done this before, it's going to be a rather large update. It might time out, and you might have to do it a couple times. Don't freak out because, again, it is quite large the first time. So make sure you have enough hard drive space. I know the build right now that I'm installed, updated to, that includes the Laws of War DLC is 27 gigs. So be prepared to have between 50 and 100 gigs available. So again, if you have an SSD, you probably aren't going to be able to put this on your SSD. But again, it will run off of a regular drive and you can point the path to it. It's not like a lot of games. But once you do all that, it updates itself. What I normally do at that point is, you see, I already have the developer's build running here on the desktop. And I do the same thing that we did just a second ago with the Arma 3 tools. Just simply go there, look for the Arma 3 launcher, and go ahead and make a shortcut. Right click on it. Again, come here to send to, create desktop shortcut, and we'll send it to the desktop. And that's how you can run your launcher, which looks like this. It'll have a little blue DEV up here. When you run the RC, it's like a pink, red, whatever color you want to call it up here, right? And that's what it'll look like. Now, take in mind, or take into consideration, bear in mind, there you go. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here, East Coast time. So I'm getting up early because I got a lot of crap to do today, and I want to knock these videos out before I head out the door. So, because I'll be gone all day. So take into consideration that you're not going to get a lot of servers in here, and more than likely your favorites aren't going to come up at all. So it is what it is. As more and more people will run this, you'll be able to actually go out. But as you can see, there are a few people running some games right now. Here's some people doing a death match. Here's a co-op one running. What you're interested in doing though is clicking on play. Don't worry about any of that crap. Don't have any mods loaded either, because if you're just going to run the base game, whoops, I did it twice. This is not good. Hope it tells me Arma 3 is running already, because I told you it was early in the morning. I got two of these now. Let me try to. I can close out this other one here real quick. It won't freak out on us. Yeah, it did. Not a problem. We'll just close it or open it up. So anyway, just click on play and it'll launch Arma 3, and that's how you're going to be able to get to the Laws of War DLC right now to check it out. So let's give us a second. I wasn't lying about the time. See, actually it's early. It's later now. Sorry. I've been up for a while, shooting videos for a while already. So yeah, it's 5 now, 5:12. So they've been up since 3. That's not I'm complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I'm drinking coffee and enjoying myself, but got a lot of stuff to do. And shooting videos is fun. Now, if I could do this for a living, wow, that would be great. Um, my hat's off to anybody who can do this stuff and make money. So here you go. Once this opens up, you're going to go ahead. In the center, you'll see your showcase Laws of War. If you have Apex, and then there's Remnants, which is the other part that I already showed you already. and then you have a showcase. Exactly what it is. IDAP open day. You can go there and walk around and look at all the exhibits. Okay, so this goes ahead and shows you how to install the developer build for Arma 3. And in the next video, we'll go ahead and get back into the game itself and show you some more of the campaign mode. But for right now, this is what I'm going to show you. Sergeant Nick Fury, at ease, soldiers. That was